This is the Season 2 Daytona 500. Live from Daytona Beach, Florida. It's a warm 82-degree day and it is sunny outside. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to the booth. I am AJ. And once again, thank you for joining us for the first race of the Season 2 of the AJ Racing Cup Series at Daytona. It's the Great American Race, the Daytona 500 for the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, before we get to the race, I'm going to get you a little recap of what happened over the Season 1 and 2 break and what we have introduced to the Cup Series. This also brings in a new league that is coming. Now, if you watch the AJ News Network Evening News, in the previous episodes, we did show you a new preview. We did show you a preview on what was new to the AJ Racing Cup Series. If for Season 2, if you haven't checked that out, that video link will be in the description. So, or you can just go to the AJ News Network playlist if you want to see all the AJ News Network coverage. Now, there is a very, very big race, especially for Kevin Harvick. Now, in his first race of Season 1, he crashed out. He was the first. That was the first caution in the Indianapolis 500, and he was involved. Now, can Kevin Harvick pull it off today? We don't know. Kurt Busch is looking great though in that one car. He told us before the race he felt great about this, about his car, about this track, about the weather conditions. But it is a little warm for the drivers. You saw in the beginning, we showed on the bottom of the screen, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a little too warm for the drivers. They will be carrying water bottles in their cars with them for the race. It is a longer race, 15 laps. So it is going to be a little longer race for the drivers. It's going to be a very different race for the drivers because now they have to know which laps they're going to pit on. It's not just 1 or 2 pit stops. It could be more than that, depending on how you're racing. Now, it's a reduced field today due to the track size, so only 10 drivers will be racing today. So the Season 1 finale winner, Bubba Wallace, will be racing today. Kurt Busch, like we said. Kevin Harvick, like we said. Erik Jones is making his full-time debut for Season 2 today on the AJ Racing Cup Series for NASCAR. He is starting alongside, I believe it is Kurt Busch. It is Kurt Busch. He will be starting alongside Kurt Busch today. Also making his debut, Chase Briscoe. He will be replacing the 14 car for Clint Bowyer. But as we said before, if you didn't check out that, you can check that out. The AJ News Network first press briefing. That involved a press briefing with AJ Racing Cup Series President Nathaniel Johnson. He announced that Kyle Busch would be suspended for the first 2 races of Season 2 after an altercation during the Season 1 finale with Joey Logano. As he stated, this was a very dangerous act by Kyle Busch and what he did. The racers could have gotten hurt. He could have gotten hurt, and the staff, the fans, the other drivers could have gotten harmed or hurt. So yes, Chase Briscoe will be filling in for Kyle Busch today at the Daytona 500 and the Big Machine Brickyard 400, which is the next race on the schedule. After that, Chase Briscoe will be driving in the 14 car, replacing Clint Bowyer, like we just said, and he will be staying in the 14 car unless anything else happens. Now to Alex Bowman. Jimmy Johnson has converted over to IndyCar, so we'll definitely get Jimmy Johnson set and over there in the IndyCar Cup Series for the AJ Racing Cup Series before Texas. But for Alex Bowman, he will be replacing the 48, the same Lowe's 48 Chevy Camaro. Just he will not be racing today, but he will be in the Big Machine Brickyard 400. That comes after a statement. That comes from a statement from the AJ Racing Cup Series. Thank you for joining us on this pre-race report. I'm AJ. We're going to get to the race right now as the drivers are heading onto the track. Now it's time for your AJ Racing starting lineups. In row number 1, you'll have the pole sitter Kevin Harvick alongside Chase Briscoe filling in for Kyle Busch. In row number 2, it's Erik Jones with Kurt Busch. In row number 3, it's Bubba Wallace and Matt Kenseth. And row number 4, it's Aric Almirola and Daniel Suarez. And in row number 5, Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. It's a long 15-lap race today at Daytona. We are ready to get racing. The drivers now heading onto the track. And the green flag is out. We are underway. Kevin Harvick begins Season 2 of the AJ Racing Cup Series as he leads us through the back straightaway and in lap 2. Just a reminder, our aerial coverage for today's race is provided by the AJ News Network Situation Cam. It's coming to lap 3. Harvick still with the lead. Kurt Busch makes it 3 wide of Chase Briscoe and Erik Jones, the 2 rookies of the AJ Racing Cup Series. Harvick still holding the lead. A big wreck behind them. Big wreck behind them. We'll take a break. Back here, this is a replay of what happened. Chase Briscoe just flipped upside down. Chase Briscoe filling in for Kyle Busch for the first 2 races of the season after Kyle Busch was suspended. And he is making his AJ Racing debut, and his debut is off to a bad start as Kurt Busch with a great restart. And a huge jump on that restart is going to pay off for Kurt Busch big time, as he has a huge lead now on lap 8, coming down to lap 9. And just look how close he is to the cars. Look at this. Coming closer and closer to Aric Almirola. We'll get on board with him. Look at that. Almirola trying to block, doing a little too much. Around he goes, hard into the wall. Airborne. Look at that. And we're red flagged. You would be yellow flagged, but we are red flagged because it looks like there's a wall down. I'm gonna get the AJ News Network Situation Cam up there to see what happened, what wall it is. It looks like it's the wall in between turns 3 and 4, and it looks like it's the NASCAR Heat 2 wall. And while they are going to repair that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Don't be conventional.
Kevin Harvick?
Be exceptional. Upgrade to Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. It helps your engine last over 250,000 miles.
Wow. What's he doing?
Raving.
He's exceptional.
So is Mobil 1. Yes.
Is this good?
I do not know.
Get 250,000 miles of protection. Upgrade to Mobil 1.
The driver is now heading back out. Let's see who's going to pit. It's going to be Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, Harvick staying out. Erik Jones is going to go in as the green flag is back out. We're in NASCAR Overtime. Newman falling back. He's out of fuel. He's still holding on. That's Kevin Harvick. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. heading into pit lane. They're out of fuel. Bubba Wallace takes the white flag. Kurt Busch right on his bumper. Wallace around into the wall. He spins. Caution comes out. We'll take a break.
Hamlin's in second, moving up high on the inside. Watch the inside. Hamlin makes his move.
Denny Hamlin is expected to come out strong today as his qualifying puts him in the pole position.
Toyota, let's go places.
Back here, going to see who crossed the overtime line, if anyone even did, and it looks like Kurt Busch did there. Kurt Busch is your first Season 2 winner. He is your Daytona 500 winner for Season 2 of the AJ Racing Cup Series. As the race results scroll to the bottom of the screen, we'll see you back here from Indianapolis for the Brickyard 400. Also, on that note, the AJ Racing Cup Series website is down in the description if you want to check it out. We have all your information for IndyCar and NASCAR there. We'll have an AJ News Network recap coming up soon.